one of the few e-bikes with this motorcycle style front fork where I definitely feel comfortable riding without my hands on the handlebar. And my alignment is a little off. I still feel comfortable riding this bike without my hands on the handlebar. What's up, y'all? So we received what might be the best full-size, full suspension, all-terrain bike as of 2026. I say that because it has two motors, a 1500 watt motor in the front, another 15 watt motor in the back. It has a 48 volt, 30 amp hour battery, advertised to go up to 80 miles to charge. It can handle 500 pounds. What? I think that's the heaviest low capacity we've had on a bike before.
Oh, so maybe they're talking about cargo, not person.
I don't know, maybe. Maybe this is for the big boys, you know what I mean? And this bike weighs approximately around 80 pounds. So this bike is called the Burchda HC26. And this is the second bike that we got from Burchda. And we really like the first Burchda. I think our only issue with the first one was sometimes the handlebar would shake a little bit. But maybe they fixed that issue with this Burchda. But we did like the last one. You know, we liked it. We liked the speed. We liked the comfort. It was a pretty decent bike. To purchase this e-bike, feel free to use my link and my code in the description below to get a discount. What we're going to do is we're going to unbox this, put this bike together, test out the speed. I think it's advertised to go 32 miles per hour, but we're going to test it out, me and my brother and fellow e-bike connoisseur, Tayo. Again, I think it's advertised to go 80 miles per charge. We're going to test out the range too. And see if this is the best full-size, you know, all-terrain e-bike that we received this year. Also, I am still doing the e-bike giveaway. If you want to be included in the giveaway, comment below on what type of e-bike you want, like a full-size e-bike like this one, a moped-style e-bike, folding e-bike. You have to be subscribed to the channel, and you might be getting the e-bike when I get to 40,000 subscribers. You know what I mean? Just want to tell them how I really got to this situation. This is what the bike looks like, fresh out the box. I think it was wrapped pretty well. A lot of foam and stuff. God dang. A lot of foam and stuff around the bike. I do wish they did more to protect the front wheel though. But the bike came with this box, so let's see what's in this box. Bag with a bunch of tools. Let's have a look at these tools. Okay, Allen wrenches that I can actually use in a bunch of wrenches.
Cell phone jump.
Okay, cell phone, all right. Cell phone holder. Bike lock with a, is that a key? Our pedals, which are labeled. Look like we have some rear view mirrors. Not sure. Oh, that's to put our headlight on, I believe. We have a bunch of zip ties and some nuts and screws. And our bike charger to charge our 30 amp hour battery. Came with this bag, which looks like it is a cargo bag that you put on the rear rack of a bike. Okay. But user manual have different kinds of bikes in here, so hopefully we got the instructions for this HC26. I guess we're going to see, but the instructions does seem pretty straightforward. I always love it when they include pictures. Some basic information about the warranty. We also have a manual for the display. Looks like it goes through all of the basic settings, but it also goes through advanced settings, which is always the plus. So this is what the bike looks like fresh out the box. It doesn't look like anything was damaged. So it looks like we're going to have to put our front wheel on, which has a front motor on it. And this is a 26x4 in stone all-terrain tire. And kind of slick, semi-slick wheels, but they are all-terrain tires, but not as slick as I've had before, but you know, we'll see. We got to put the handlebar on, which is already connected via wires. The rear rack is pretty much on. We just have to put this screw on here. We're going to have to put our headlight on here. So let's get the front wheel on first. Before we put our front wheel on, I do want to explain. So the front fork is going to go in between here. This washer with this like protrusion out is going to go under the front fork. So this protrusion here is going to go at the bottom of the front fork like that. This front fork like that. Washer nut. So because of these washers, it's kind of hard to put this bike on without turning the bike upside down, because somehow the middle part of our front fork just seems a little too narrow for the wheel. But I know that's not the case. That means we have to turn it upside down and maybe finagle the wheel in some kind of way. So that's what we're going to do. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and put our handlebar on, because that'll make it easier for us to turn this bike upside down. And it looks like we have an adjustable handlebar stem. I always think that's a great idea because that means this bike can not only accommodate different heights of riders, but it also means it can accommodate different riding postures. We're going to unscrew this, unscrew these on the side, turn this around, adjust the alignment. We're going to go ahead and unscrew this and this just to take the brake off for now, just so that we can get the wheel on. And then we're going to screw the brake back on. For whatever reason, having both of these washers on the inside, it just makes it difficult because of this brake here. I will say the instructions did not help a whole lot. Like, we don't even know which bike the instructions were for, you know. Able to get the front wheel on, but this washer with the hook was able to fit inside of this part of the front fork. It definitely cannot fit on the inside of this part of the front fork, so that other washer with the hook is going to go outside of the front fork like that. Some of these parts are strange, like this screw here is blocked. Like, we can't even get that screwdriver in there. So, huh? We got this bike put together, took us about 40 minutes. Now this is a pretty large bike. It's about 6 feet 3 inches from wheel to wheel. The seat at its lowest point from the floor is about 2 feet 10 inches. The handlebar, which is adjustable, where we have it now is like 4 feet from the floor. I love the design of this bike, even though it has such a large frame, and even though the body is a little bit wider than we normally get with these full-size e-bikes. But I think it's a good-looking bike, a little bit better looking than standard. But let me know what y'all think. Look at that suspension. And I've learned to really appreciate when we have this motorcycle style front fork where you can also adjust the compression of your suspension. This really does make for a comfortable ride when you're going off-road. We're going to go ahead and open up our suspension. Give y'all a look at this front suspension. Have a look at our suspension that's towards the middle of the bike here. Give y'all a look at this rear suspension. Look like we have an ergonomic seat, and which is kind of firm, honestly. But this seat does have a manual light that you can use on the back of this seat. And look like you have a few options with this light back here. Detachable rear rack like this can usually handle, I would say, around 50 pounds. Nice wide handlebar. Handlebar is a little bit wider than 2 feet 3 inches wide. And looks like we have these more hard, standard rubbery handlebar grips. Looks like we also have your standard Shimano 7 gear shifter. Again, we have an adjustable handlebar stem. To adjust it, all you do is unscrew this screw here with a Allen wrench. Have a look at our rear and front 160 millimeter Samaire's hydraulic brakes. Looks like we have your more plastic chain wheel cover. I like the aluminum ones a little bit better. I feel like they're a little bit more durable. Again, you can take this battery out of the bike with that key. Put the key here. You charge the bike with this port down here. You can charge the bike with the battery still inside the bike if you want to. But we're not going to go ahead and turn our display on. We're going to go to this panel over here, press and hold the power button. And that turns my colorful and pretty standard display on. Up here we have our battery life. We do have a fully charged battery. Here is our pedal assist modes, and I'm going to come over here, click the plus button. Looks like we have 5 different pedal assist modes. We have our odometer down here. We did take the bike for a bike ride. We have our speed calculator here. Pretty sure you can change that from miles per hour to kilometers if you want to. I'm going to press and hold this I button over here to go from my rear motor to my front motor. I'm not sure if y'all saw that on these indicator here. I'm going to press and hold the I button again. And then that takes me to dual motor. Press it again. And then that's no motor. To turn our headlight on, this here on the panel doesn't do anything. This here on this panel, you click that button. That is what turns our standard but pretty bright headlight on. Over here it also looks like we have a horn, which is louder than most. Now we do have advanced settings on this display. To go into the advanced settings, you're going to press and hold the plus and the minus button. And I'm not going to go through all of them, but I will go through some of them. This here is if you want to clear your trip mileage, so let's change that to Y. I click the I button to save my setting and go to the next one. So this is your auto light sensor sensitivity. So I guess the headlight can adjust based on how bright it is outside. This is how bright do we want our display, and we're going to keep it at a 5. This is how do we want to calculate our speed. Do we want to do miles per hour or kilometers? We're going to keep it at miles per hour. This is our automatic shutdown time. So how many minutes will this display be on without any activity before it automatically shuts off? We're going to keep it at 5 minutes. Now from this display, you can go to another set of settings by pressing and holding the I button and the minus button. So we're going to press and hold I and minus. From here, we're going to click the I button, and this is where we have our limit speed. So this is how fast can the e-bike go, and I'm pretty sure that is in kilometers. So we're going to make it go up to the max, which is 62. What you giving that suspension?
Let me have no fun.
8?
Yeah.
All right. Burchda HC26. What are your thoughts?
Humongous bike.
Big.
It's for the big boys. However, I do think women can ride this too because it has a little slant. The suspension on this bike is amazing. I said 8 initially, but I give the suspension a 9.
A 9. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that because of the suspension in the back or the front or both? Okay.
It absorbs the bumps well. The seat is good. I get a seat like a 7.5. I felt safe. I didn't feel shaky at all. I think that the brakes work real good. I feel good on the gravel, the off-road. This is a solid bike.
Okay.
I don't really have much bad to say about it. I think that it takes maybe a little bit too long for the pedal assist to kick in.
Okay.
Not that it takes long for it to kick in. It just takes a little bit of effort.
So what you giving it on a scale from 1 to 10?
I'm gonna give it a 9.
A 9. Oh, you ain't give a bike a... So we're not gonna test out these tires, these in-stone all-terrain tires. We're going to go through some gravel here. All right. Not a whole lot of slipping actually, and it actually rained yesterday. All right, a little surprised, but let's brake here. Oh man. All right, that's pretty good. So definitely feel like these tires are grippy enough to lean into your turns. I like leaning just because I feel like it gives you more control of your turns. So definitely feel comfortable leaning with these tires and this nice wide handlebar. Feel comfortable leaning, don't feel like I'm gonna fall at all. Tires are grippier than most. Interesting because it didn't feel like it, but on the road it definitely feels like there's a lot of grip. Now I will say to be careful leaning on a bike this big though, because there is a long way to fall, you know what I mean, if you do fall. So we're not gonna go off-road with some hills, test out the tires, but mainly test out the suspension. So far so good. Go up here. Oh wow, man! I tell you, and I feel a lot of the, I feel the front suspension doing a lot of the work, but let's keep going here. Oh wow, okay, yeah, the suspension is solid. I love these motorcycle style front forks where you can adjust the compression. They really do take a lot of the bumps and cracks out of your bike ride, whether you're going on the road or off road. Man, I don't feel nothing. Like, I don't know if the camera's doing it justice, but it's pretty good. And that mixed with the grippy tires really makes for a comfortable ride off road. I feel the back suspension too. The back suspension is also pretty solid. So both of these suspensions together definitely taking a lot of the bumps and cracks off of your off-road ride. Let's go down here. Oh yeah, yep. All right, I get that suspension like a 9. I think the pedal assist on this bike is pretty much perfect in any mode if you're in single motor. I feel like it's a torque sensor because I feel like my pedals are being considered in how fast I go, regardless of which mode I'm in. I'm in mode 1, going 15 miles per hour here. Let's go ahead and brake. And let's switch it to mode 3. So I'm in mode 3 now. So see how it didn't just send me flying in mode 3? I still feel like my pedal is being considered. It's a little fast, but not so crazy where I can't keep up with the motor. Like I feel like I can get a workout in mode 3 still. It's like perfect. Maybe just a little fast, but just a little bit. This is pretty perfect pedal assist in mode 3, single motor. Let's go ahead and brake here. Great brakes too. We'll go dual motor mode 3. The biggest difference in dual motor is your takeoff speed. So I'm in mode 3 dual motor, right? Go ahead and start pedaling. I guess it took a while for the pedal assist to kick in, but once it kicks in, I'm gone. Look. Yeah, I guess that's not too bad either. Okay. So yeah, just great pedal assist all around, I guess. So I'm 5'11", 6 feet with shoes on. I feel like this bike is perfect for a guy my size or taller because you do have a seat stem where you can adjust the height, right? And you have a handlebar where you can adjust the height. But not only can it accommodate guys my height, but it can also accommodate guys that are shorter than me. You see, the body is not that high. I guess it's I don't think it's that high. And again, you can't rotate the handlebar down if you're a little shorter than me. So I think it can accommodate different heights of riders, and it can accommodate different riding postures. Because I'm in a more commuter style posture. I got the handlebar up. And so that means I can keep my back straight a little bit. This is the posture that I like, because I don't like hunching over when I ride my bike. So what I like the most about this bike so far is how comfortable it is. This is one of the few e-bikes with this motorcycle style front fork where I definitely feel comfortable riding without my hands on the handlebar. And my alignment is a little off. I still feel comfortable riding this bike without my hands on the handlebar with a motorcycle style front fork. So up there with one of the most comfortable e-bikes that I reviewed on the channel. So we're now gonna try max speed, single motor, pedal assist. And again, pedal assist is pretty much perfect even in mode 5. So we're at 19, 20, 21. All right, so it looks like around 21 miles per hour. We're not gonna switch it to dual motor. All right, took off a lot quicker, but still great pedal assist. All right, 22, 24, 26. So I don't know if it's because of the wind, because it's very windy today, but I got max speed 26 miles per hour. We're gonna go max speed, throttle only, single motor. See how fast we go? It's very gradual. The single motor looks like it takes us up to like 19 miles per hour. So we're now gonna go max speed, throttle only, dual motor. Got up to 26 pretty quickly. 27. All right, back to 26. 27. 28. 29. All right, back to 28. All right, we're gonna take 28 miles per hour. We're gonna go max speed, throttle only, dual motor, up the hill. This is a pretty steep hill, and it's a pretty windy day today. This hill also has a turn on it, but it's about I'd say 35-degree hill. We're going into the hill at 26 miles per hour. Let's see how much speed we lose. All right, so that's 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. All right, damn. All right, we only lost about 5 miles per hour. The standard is usually like 9 or 10, so pretty good.
Burchda HC26. I think this is a pretty decent bike for a full suspension e-bike. What I like the most about this bike is the comfort. Definitely one of the most comfortable full-size e-bike that I've reviewed on this channel. Really, really smooth, not very shaky. I love the suspension, especially this motorcycle style front fork. It really does absorb a lot of the bumps and cracks that you would get whether you're on road or off road. And I love the tires and the stability. Very, very stable. I feel like I could ride this bike without my hands on the handlebar without worrying about balancing it a whole lot, to be honest. The speed of this bike was okay. I was able to go 26 miles per hour in pedal assist, around 28 miles per hour in throttle only. And that's even with dual motors, but I did get there pretty quickly, and it did perform pretty well in our uphill test. The battery life is also okay. I went on a 16-mile bike ride. Now I did spend 5 of those miles going max speed pedal assist dual motor. I spent 2 miles going max speed throttle only dual motor. The rest of the time I was there, I was in mode 2 and 3 pedal assist single motor. And in that 16 miles, I lost 4 out of 9 battery bars. So to me, that's more like 40 miles of charge, but that's based on my bike ride, and I did use dual motor quite a bit. So on a scale from 1 to 10, I would give this bike an 8. So comment below on what you would get this e-bike on a scale from 1 to 10. Any other e-bike you want me to review, also comment below. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.